Saturday, day in the life when you're new to entrepreneurship. What's up, everybody? Wanted to come on and actually introduce myself. I've been posting these videos for a while, but I don't think I ever had the opportunity to let people know, who I am, and how I've gotten to this point. My name is Jamal. I'm located out of the DMV. I call myself the credit protector because I believe in citizens invoking their ability to keep their credit in good position at all times if possible. Now, this is a lot easier to do with consistent income, and we are going to talk about that as well. So I want to share. Uh, I'm a I am what I call a relatively new entrepreneur. I've been full-time entrepreneur for a year and a half. I've been helping people with their credit since like 2018 after finding out that I was deceased on paper. And that was the start of my journey. In 2018, my score completely disappeared, and I was actually getting denied for auto loans and new credit because TransUnion marked me as deceased. And I remember it like yesterday. I logged on to Credit Karma and literally nothing came up. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And it said, sorry, but we don't have enough information to generate a credit score for you. And I'm like, how the hell is that possible? No way, no how. And so it took me about 8 months to figure out what the fuck was going on with my credit. I had no idea. I mean, I was on the phone. If you ever called these companies, I was on the phone with TransUnion every day for about 30 days. I had Like, if you ever call these people just trying to figure out how to get a credit report, I think they had about 10 different phone numbers for TransUnion that I called. 10. All right. Man, I'm calling them at work, off of work, late at night, speaking to people that, are immigrants, the people overseas. They have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, it was hella frustrating. I think I called them at night after work for like 3 weeks straight. And then something was finally like, hey, why don't you call them during the daytime, dummy? And I was like, oh, yeah, let me try that. Once I called in the daytime, I finally got to speak to someone from America who said, hey, mail in your ID and stuff, and we'll get you a credit report, and then you'll be able to let us know that you're alive. And I'm like, okay, but why did it have to be so hard just to find that out? Then, because the other thing was, I searched all over the internet for this problem. It is not on the internet. Like, I looked everywhere, how to get your life back when the credit bureaus say you're dead. It it wasn't on the internet. To this day, it's barely on the internet. I think a couple of months ago there was another glitch, and Equifax marked people deceased and their credit disappeared. And recently, part of protecting my credit, I found out that you can sue for that because it's inaccurate information. You're not dead. I think there was another class action lawsuit against them for that, right? But back to how I got to this. So I was like, how the hell is it possible that these people can just say I'm dead and then they just tell everybody else that you're dead? And I'm like, there's got to be more to this shit. Like, it got to be. And from that point on, I just became obsessed with figuring out how the hell these people have so much control over my life that they can literally kill me off and make my whole fucking financial history disappear with the press of a button, and then make it reappear with the press of a button. And I got deeper into it and deeper into it. And what I realized is that this is the idea of knowing, learning, understanding credit. They discourage people from doing it because once you understand the system, you know that you have total control over the system. They don't want you to have control over the system. That's why they try to make it seem like someone who does credit repair is so wrong, is so bad. Oh, you do credit repair. They want to try and discredit it. But if you're a small business owner trying to go for a loan that can help you either save your business or start your business, and they deny you because you have bad personal credit, right then and there you realize how important having good personal credit and how to access it and use it comes into play. So I'm like, how the hell are these people able to just do this? So I just went on a rabbit hole. I mean, hours and hours and hours of learning all these different techniques, removing late payments, removing medical collections. Oh, speaking of that, after I came back to life, I found out that somehow, some way, there were medical collections on my credit report. Of course, I had no idea what the hell to do with that. So that was a whole bunch of shit. I mean, at that time, I didn't know then what I knew now. So I did end up just paying it. Like sometimes you just pay the shit, make it go away. But I got reimbursed, right? Because it was actually a whole thing with workman's comp and all this crazy stuff. If you had any issues with workman comp before and them not paying what they were supposed to pay, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. So that that by itself was a whole other situation. So I died. I came back to life. Then it was medical collections trying to figure out what the hell to do with that. I ended up paying them. If I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have paid nobody. It just would have been what it was. But again, I wanted good credit. So I'm like, let me just take care of this shit, right? And so from there, it came into, I had a coworker who, like, her car was a lemon. I started looking up lemon laws and what can you do if your car isn't working properly. Cause she's like, I want to just give it back. And I'm like, no, don't give the car back. They're going to put it on as a repossession. And she's like, but it don't work. I said, listen, I got you. We're going to figure this out. So long story short, they took the car back without it being a repossession. Because sometimes you got to dig deep with these type of situations. I mean, we spoke to the manufacturer. We spoke to the bank that actually had the loan. We spoke to the auto dealership. We spoke to the goddamn Department of Highway Safety about this car. Like literally everyone in their mama knew that this car was fucked up. So a lot of what will happen, what people don't tell you, is that everything is still connected to credit and also commerce. It's all connected. If you understand credit, you will begin to understand commerce as well. And so part of the idea of protecting your credit is using your consumer rights, the laws that protect us in your favor. Like if you buy a car and it's fucked up, they got laws for that. They got things like lemon laws. You got to see if your car qualifies, right? If your car has a manufacturer defect, they have laws for that. They got recalls for that, right? If your car is generally not safe, you can report these automakers. Like, you don't have to be stuck with this. And that was another thing, right? Helping with a lot of people, helping folks. I wanted people to understand and know that they are in power. You have power, you have authority. I was in one group, the gentleman was like, I got a car and they haven't tried to collect the money. What should I do? He said, I called the dealer. They wouldn't accept me. I called 3 times. He called the dealer 3 times to try and set up payment. They didn't give him a loan. And some people were in the comments like, oh, you should just return the car because they're going to say you stole it. What? You stole a car that you tried to pay for? No, you didn't. You didn't steal that car. Don't listen to them people. Like, why we do so much to be on the side of a corrupt business? If a business give you a car and you like, bet, how do I pay you? And they like, we don't know. And then they turn around and call the police on you, even though you tried to pay them. That's called slander. That's called false imprisonment. That's called defamation of character. That's called sue the fuck out of them. Like, don't have these people scaring you thinking like, oh, I just have to take what they give me. No, you don't. You do not. You don't have to do it. Right? And especially if you put that good faith effort to hold up your end of the bargain and they're the ones falling off. I know that was a tangent, but it just gets me, I get worked up when people just feel like they're so disempowered or the company is always right. These companies is not always right. These companies are being sued by individuals, by the government, by companies every single month, not year, every month for millions of dollars all the time. Matter of fact, Toyota just got sued for $60 million because what were they doing? They were charging people for products that they did not receive. They either didn't receive the product or they just threw the product into the contract without telling the consumer that this product was in the contract. So they were overcharging them, one. Second, is that once it came to light that they were being overcharged for products that the client did or customer did not ask for, they adjusted the monthly payment, right? They still adjusted the payments wrong. So, like, and what? They adjusted the payments wrong, and so the people still ended up overpaying. So yeah, now Toyota has to pay $60 million because of that, right? Check your paperwork, everybody. Make sure your paperwork is in order. And I understand some people, and this is all goes back to still financial literacy, right? When you sign a contract, people say, well, you should have read the contract. Come on now. Not everybody even understand what the hell these fucking contracts be saying. Like, stop with the bull. Like, they write the contracts and legalese so you don't fully understand it. But guess what? We got AI. Nowadays, you can copy and paste your contract. You can scan it with your phone. Put the contract into an AI system that will literally summarize the contract for you in a way that you can understand in layman's terms, right? So you can do that. They got AI and shit. If you wanted to audit that joint, like, hey, make sure they're not charging me anything inappropriately. This is what I asked for. Are the terms of the contract fair and equitable to me as a consumer? Like, you don't have to be out here just taking what they give you like this, right? But it will take education. It will take a shitload of reading. You have to be aware that these things even exist so that you can take advantage of it. This is all the stuff that I've learned and what got me interested after I was marked deceased, because the shit wasn't making sense to me. And then, of course, with personal credit, I've been helping people with their personal credit, like I said, since 2018. I've only been on the entrepreneur journey for a year and a half. So that has been a task. Like, learning entrepreneurship has been a task. Like, I got the skill set. I can read a credit report inside and out, upside down, all day, every day. You tell me what your credit score is, I'll be like, okay, you do this, and this. That's going to boost your credit score. You got high utilization? Cool. If you got high utilization, get a personal loan. Pay off the credit cards. That's going to lower your utilization. Your credit score is going to go up. Easy. You're new to credit? Great. Get authorized users. Meaning, have your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your auntie, your cousin, whoever, add you to their credit cards. Make sure that on that credit card account, there are no missed payments. Make sure that credit card has a credit limit of $5,000 or more. Also, make sure that credit card is at least 2 years old. Do that with about 3 to 5 people. Boom. You now have age on your credit. You got late payments? Cool. I know I got you. What to do with a late payment? Call up the company. Ask for an accommodation. Ask them to reverse the late payment. and that this is iffy, but it can also reverse the late payment as well. If you have them reverse the late payment fee, that will sometimes reverse the actual late payment off your credit report, right? You have hard inquiries. Call the fraud department, tell them the inquiry is unauthorized. Boom, the hard inquiry goes away. Like literally every single data point that's on your credit, there's a way to fix it, a way to reverse it. So anybody who tells you that, oh, this and that about credit repair, improving your credit, it can't be done. I had a client actually literally tell me that her wife does not believe in credit repair. Mind you, at the time, she was at a 550 when we had that conversation. Why my girl at a 680 right now? And it's time to go get some funding. Going from having a wife who said, oh, I don't believe in credit repair. Credit repair doesn't work. And my friend, she tried some other companies before, but now she in the 680s. What changes did we make? How did we do that? Because anyone that's good with credit and credit repair will also tell you what to do with your money, what to do with your credit accounts to boost your score. Because your credit score, nothing more than a reflection of how you paying your bills. That's it. If you got a collection, that means you ain't pay your bill for 4 months. 4 to 6 months, you said, fuck it, I'm not paying them people no more. And them people was like, all right, well, we're just going to send this on to collections, move on with it, right? That's what that means. That's how you got to collections. You didn't pay the bill for a couple of months. That's how you get a charge off. You stop paying the bill. It's not some magical, mythical answer. You stop paying the people, so they got rid of the account. They either sold it off or they said that, oh, this account is going to be uncollectible. We're charging it off. That's what happened. That's what happened with anything that messes up your credit. If you don't pay people on time, your credit score goes down. That is how simple it is. Now, the flip side to protecting your credit is ensuring that you can pay people on time every time. We all know life happens. The pandemic happened. People aren't making enough money. As a young entrepreneur, income is not exactly where I need it to be. Because why? There are skills that I still need to learn to be a better entrepreneur. One of those skills is better marketing, right? Better branding, better being able to articulate and explain what it is that I got going on and how I can help people. Because being great at what I do doesn't really matter if ain't nobody to do it for, right? What's the point of me walking around with good credit and everybody else I know got bad credit? That's crazy. I don't believe in that. Like, first thing I did when I found the cheat code, I definitely worked on all my friends' credit for the free. They all got 700s. 700s, and we paid off debt. Like, it's not people. Your credit and your finances, they are like this. They're like this. Okay? Like this. If you got good finances, super easy to also have good credit. Good credit ain't nothing but manipulating the algorithm. Just a little equation. Throw some accounts on there, pay everybody on time. You already paying people on time. That's it. That's all you got to do. Right? Things start impacting your credit when you stop managing your money or when your income starts to decrease. Right? You start missing payments because you couldn't afford the payment in the first place, or something happened and you can no longer afford the payment. But guess what? If something happens to you economically and you cannot afford the payment, you're a consumer. These banks, many, if not every single financial institution, has a economic impact recovery plan. AKA, they have alternative ways for you to make your payments just in case you lose your job, just in case you get so sick that you couldn't go to work for a couple of months, just in case that your business is so slow that you're on the verge of bankruptcy, right? Every single company that lends money has some kind of opportunity for us as consumers to catch up on a payment, to have a lower interest rate, to alter the terms and conditions of how we pay. We don't have to resort to simply, oh, I'm just not going to pay them people. Because the people want to get paid. Like, as a business owner, I want to get paid. And if altering the terms of or payment arrangements can help you continue to pay me, which is going to help me continue to pay these other people, feed myself and my family, I'm down to do that, right? Same thing with any lender, credit card company, a mortgage, an auto loan. All of them have some kind of program where if you're impacted economically, maybe you got sick, the pandemic is very real, they have some kind of plan for that. If you lost your job, if you got laid off, they have different plans for that. It will impact your personal credit in some way, shape, or form, right? It may impact your ability to for other people to lend to you. But if we just talking about for the sake of maintaining yourself financially, maintaining your household, maintaining your life, then sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? Sometimes you take the L on the credit report to regroup financially. And the best thing about your credit report is that it's only in the moment. Your credit report updates every single 30 days. So if it's not looking too good right now, it's not an end all be all. You're not stuck. You're not like, oh, I'm trapped in this crazy circle. Unless you don't do anything about it. You got to do something about it so that you're not stuck. But never be discouraged or feel like there's no way out. There's always something that can be done. You can call the companies. You can work out a deal with them. You can get a debt consolidation loan, right? You can borrow against your retirement account if you have a 401k, if you have a TSP, if you have a 403B. I think if you're a teacher, you have an IRA, you have a self-directed IRA, you have a mutual fund account, you have a stock portfolio, anything, any retirement account or an account connected to the stock market, you can borrow against it without them even running your credit, which is amazing. There's always a way out, right? And if your score is low now, it's cool. The important part is that you know what to do to increase your score and get your score back up to where you can continue to move forward. You can get the new car that you wanted. You can get housing for your family. I've helped people who needed to improve their credit solely to qualify for a house because the apartment they were in was a slumlord joint. Rats, roaches, leaky ceilings that the landlord just refused to fix, all types of healthcare violations. But the person couldn't qualify for another place because their credit wasn't right. It's so much deeper than just this little three-digit score. A three-digit score, that's nothing. That's nothing. You can make your score go like this. My score can crash out. I can bring my score down to a 400. I know exactly what I need to do to get back to 800. Exactly. Because I know the formula. I know exactly how it works. And that's the thing. Once you understand the formula of how your credit, how the score works, you won't care when it goes down. Matter of fact, especially as a business owner, I can make a transaction. I'm like, damn, this is about to drop my credit score because I need to make it. I needed to invest in myself. I needed to pay for a course. I needed to pay for website hosting. I needed to pay for a mentorship, a conference, a connection, put a down payment on a renovation, invest with one of my real estate partners, right? Listen, I make the investment. I'm like, damn, my score going to be impacted. My score about to drop. That's what's about to happen. I'm not going to freak out about it because I already know how the credit score works. It's going to be down this month. And it's going to come back up. Once the return from the investment kicks in, I'm going to be able to pay back my credit cards. That's just what it is. That's just how it goes sometimes, right? And so, but it's all about the knowledge and the empowerment. That's what it's all about. Once you understand, once you understand how it works, you ain't gonna be stressing about it no more. You're gonna be like, okay, cool. There's only 6 parts to the credit score. Boom. I need on-time payments. Okay, bet. I know how to do that. Pay the people on time. Got it. I need I don't need any collections, late payments, charge-offs, bankruptcies. Cool. I know how to do that. That goes back to number 1. Pay everybody on time. Bet. And make enough money so you don't be late. That part is hard. Making enough money can be the hard part. That's where everybody get tripped up. Every time I talk to business owners, because we're in a recession, everybody trying to make some money. And that's the hard part for a lot of us, right? And so, but once you're in position, you making the money, it still don't matter. Pay the people on time. Hold the credit card for a couple of years. That's the age of your credit. Don't apply for a whole lot of credit at one time. That's hard inquiries. Keep those low. Keep it below 4. Simple. Have a mix of different type of credit. So maybe you got an auto loan, maybe you got a mortgage, maybe you got some credit cards. That's credit mix. Simple, easy. Nothing hard about none of this stuff. Ain't nothing hard about it. It's super simple. You do those 6 things. Matter of fact, number 1, pay everybody on time. That's it. You pay everybody on time. All you gotta do is pay everybody on time. Ask for credit limit increases every 6 months from every bank that you bank with. Don't apply for a whole lot of stuff within a short period of time. Keep your credit and your credit cards open. You do that, and that was 4th thing. You do that, you're going to be in the 800s. Like, it's not, people wear the 800 is nice. Like, I used to be like, oh man, I want to get an 800. So after I was dead and I was resurrected, I went from no score, 0, nothing, to an 815. That was my highest score. And from there, in this journey, I was like, okay, so I got an 815, now what? It was then that I realized you did not need to make a lot of money to get a high credit score. I thought you did before I got it. I thought you did. I was only making $60,000 a year with an 815 credit score. $60,000 a year is not a lot of money. I live in a DMV. 60,000 ain't nothing. Here, near Washington, D.C., 60,000 ain't shit. I can't even tell you what it might get you. I don't know. But it ain't enough. Whatever it might be. You still gonna have to split them bills with somebody. Right? I lived with my cousin for a minute. We lived in a nice spot, super nice spot. Right? He made more money than me. He was an entrepreneur before I was, right? I'm doing my government job, grow up, go to school, got my college degree, got in the government. You in DC, you're gonna be government, you're gonna work for the Metro, or you're gonna work for law enforcement. Or if you really try to get the money, you're gonna be a government contractor, still revolving around the government, right? So I got that, making 60,000, got an 815. I thought money was supposed to fall out the damn sky. That's what everybody said. Oh man, if you got good credit, where's your oyster? Blah, 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 blah. I didn't know what the hell to do with an 815. I was just like, hey, I got an 815. I got savings, right? I got money in the bank. I got savings. Cool. I'm like, is that it? Is this what the big hoopla is about? This is what people spend decades waking up for a 9 to 5 for? This is it? Like, it gotta be more to it than this. Gotta be more to it than this. Like, it just gotta be more to it. And then that took me to the next part, which is what the fuck to do with an 815 credit score. Then I started learning all the other stuff. I mean, I had a car, right? But I didn't have a house, right? Didn't know about investing. Didn't know about how to start a business. Nothing. I have zero entrepreneurial background. So you literally are listening to a dude ramble who like went to school, got a government job, quit a government job to work for himself, and is figuring this shit the fuck out. But none of this wouldn't be possible if I at least didn't learn how to fucking get credit. Because I didn't quit my job until I had over $160,000 in credit. So I would say that's the flip side. That's the other great part about credit. You can almost use it like a piggy bank. I wouldn't recommend it though, right? You definitely want to make sure, don't do what I did. I did everything wrong. I totally fucked up. Like, I did everything wrong. If you're working a job and you're thinking about, oh, I'm going to make that transition to entrepreneurship, pay off any debt that you got before you make that transition. Because unless you came out the womb and you're already a master marketer, a master salesman, it's going to be a struggle to make some money. So I don't recommend quitting your job to live off of credit. Definitely pay off your debt before you do it. Definitely have a way immediately and confirm that you can at least match or exceed your income for like 3 months consistently, 3 to 6 months even, before you decide to just quit, right? I think I had like 3 good months and I was like, I'm out this bitch, right? And then, they say you don't quit your job, you quit your management. Management was tripping. Like it was going down. I could see, you could see the forest for the trees. That's what was going on. And I was like, I don't know if I could be up in here. You know what I'm saying? So I jumped off the cliff. I got my parachute and I'm gliding out here. You feel me? So, man, I just wanted to introduce myself. I was rambling a little bit. Hopefully for everyone that sees this, it gives you a little bit more insight. And at this point, let's have a conversation. Leave a comment below. Like, share this video. It's the ramblings of a dude that just loves credit. Like, I just love credit. Personal credit, credit cards, points and rewards, building your business credit. If you want a credit card strategy, let's do it. Let's tap in, right? Because I've been in every part of it, from zero credit, literally none, because I was dead, coming back to life, reaching an 815 credit score, not knowing what the hell to do with an 815 credit score, to the entrepreneurial journey, using my credit to help float through entrepreneurship as I learned to acquire customers. It's the whole journey, right? So thanks everybody for watching. Like I said, leave a comment. Definitely check the links in the description below. They definitely help your boy. I got a couple of referral links. Got some links there so you can book an appointment if you want. Got some free trainings in there. And I think there is the registration in the description for free training that's happening next Friday. It's to show you how to get a 700 in 90 days. And we're going to talk about how to remove hard inquiries, how to delete late payments, right? And go in more detail into the structuring of a personal credit report so that you can go get the funding that you need. Appreciate everybody tapping in. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.